All right, welcome back, B's and G's. This is problem number 18 from 7.3. This is a coordinate proof. We'll be doing more of these as we move forward. Hungry for breakfast? Stop by the deli. Get yourself a cookie. Lemon cookies are on sale today. We're trying to prove the midline theorem. The midline theorem says that if the midpoints of a triangle are connected, then the segment formed is both parallel to and half the length of the other or the opposite side, in this case the base. So first we have to show that M and N are midpoints of their respective sides. Okay? So to find the midpoint of BA, the midpoint of segment BA is 2b plus 2a divided by 2, comma, 2c plus 0 divided by 2. And we can simplify that. What's that going to simplify to, class? b plus a, comma, c. Okay? So I showed the work on that one. I'm not going to show the work because I'm going to run out of room. The midpoint of OB then is, let's see, 2b divided by 0, that's b, and 2c divided by 0, which is c. So notice that point N is b plus a, comma, c, and point M is b, comma, c. Okay? And I want you to know that if a line connects 2 points that have the same y coordinate, doesn't that line have to be horizontal? You follow that? That's going to be important because now let's start by finding the length. Okay? So the length of OA, we don't know the midpoint formula yet. You guys learned it? I'm sorry, we don't know the distance formula yet. We do know the midpoint formula. You guys learned the distance formula last year in algebra, but I have not taught it to you this year in geometry, so I'm not going to use it. I don't need to use it on this proof. I can just use simple subtraction. If we had a point along the x-axis and we wanted to find the length of the distance of OA, wouldn't we just use subtraction? Isn't the length of OA just 2a? Does everybody understand that? It's 2a minus 0, which is just 2a. The length of MN is not nearly as simple. So how would I find the length of MN? Well, since it's a horizontal line, I would just take the coordinate of n, the x-coordinate of n, and do what? Subtract the x-coordinate of m. Okay? So that's going to be b plus a minus b, which is what? A. So what have I just shown? I've shown that MN is half the length of OA. Now, I'm going to assume that the person grading this, like on the PARCC test, is an amateur. So I'm going to write everything out so that I can leave nothing up to his or her judgment. So, since OA is 2A and MN is A, MN is 1/2 the length of OA. So far, so good? Have I proved the midline formula yet? I have not, because I haven't taken care of the slopes. I haven't shown that they're parallel. Okay? So, the slope of OA is, what is the slope of OA? 0. Right? And the slope, and honestly, I think on the park test, if you wrote that without showing work, you'd be okay. Because I think smart kids are supposed to know that the slopes of horizontal lines are 0. And with that in mind, just remind me, what's the slope of vertical lines? Undefined. We could not walk on them, and that reminds me that they're undefined. Okay, the slope of MN is 0, so then I would just write a sentence. I'm going to assume that my grader makes no assumptions, so I would write, since OA and MN have the same slope, they are parallel. Okay? Since OA is parallel to MN and OA times 1/2 is equal to MN, we have proven the midline theorem. So there you can see that support that I needed to show. Does that help? Coordinate proofs. Boom.